This micro-credential deals with commonly welded metals and consists of 3 targeted skills. This targeted skill addresses steel properties. Steel is an abundant type of metal that is frequently used throughout manufacturing and production. There are many different types and grades of steel that can be used depending on the application. We will focus on the 3 main types of steel classifications commonly used in the industry. Hot-rolled steel is a material that is most commonly used in the construction and structural industry. I-beams, C-channel, and angle iron are all made out of hot-rolled steel. Hot-rolled steel has low amounts of carbon. Due to the low amounts of carbon residing in the steel, it is able to be manufactured, rolled out, and shaped easily. It is because of this process of hot rolling that it leaves a film over the metal called mill scale. The mill scale covering is what also helps to easily identify hot-rolled steel visually. It is highly recommended to grind off the mill scale prior to welding. Mill scale has a higher melting temperature than the steel itself. When welding over the mill scale, it can cause serious issues for the weld, such as lack of fusion to the base metal, porosity, or incomplete joint penetration. Since hot-rolled steel is used to form I-beams, C-channel, and structural materials, it is commonly welded with a shielded metal arc (SMAW) process, also known as stick welding. Some widely used electrodes to weld hot-rolled steel are 70-18, 60-10, and 60-13. Cold-rolled steel is a material that is used when precision is essential. Cold-rolled steel has a higher carbon content when compared to hot-rolled steel. Due to the addition of carbon, it creates a steel that is much harder and stronger. Carbon is a very hard element that is susceptible to cracking. It is because of this susceptibility that the metal is not manufactured in a hot state.
When forming cold-rolled steel, it is typically formed in plates and sheets as opposed to channel and I-beam.
When finished with the manufacturing process, cold-rolled steel has no mill scale, but is left with an oil residue on top to help prevent rusting. It is this oily residue that helps to easily identify cold-rolled steel visually. Prior to welding, the oil left on the steel should be wiped off or removed chemically. If welded over, it can cause issues with cracking, porosity, and lack of fusion. Cold-rolled steel is widely used in the manufacturing business and welded in shops. 2 common welding processes used when welding cold-rolled steel are GTAW, gas tungsten arc welding, as seen here, and GMAW, gas metal arc welding. Both of these processes can be used with the 70S series filler wire. Cast iron is a very hard steel that does not bend or flex. Cast iron is casted in moldings with very few additional alloys added to it. It is because of this that cast is a very good material to use in high heat applications. After being taken from the casting mold, the metal is left with a pitted look. It is this pitting that makes cast iron easy to identify visually. Cast iron is one of the only steels that can be heated up and cooled down evenly with no cracking. These qualities are what make cast iron ideal for components such as transfer cases, differential units, gearboxes, pumps, and pulleys. There are 5 types of cast iron, including gray cast iron, white cast iron, malleable cast iron, alloy cast iron, and nodular cast iron. Gray cast iron is the most widely used type. It is easily welded, but is porous and can absorb oil and grease into its surface. Prior to welding, these oils need to be baked out. White cast iron is the hardest and most brittle type. It has a very high carbon content and is considered to be unweldable by many.
Malleable cast iron is a white cast iron. It is easily welded, but should be kept under a temperature of 1700 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alloy cast iron has various alloys added to it to obtain its special properties. It is easily welded, but special care must be taken when preheating the metal and post-heating it once the weld is completed. Nodular cast iron has a higher tensile strength, which means that it is more resistant to breaking under tension, as well as higher corrosion resistance when compared to the other cast irons. It is weldable, but presents a greater challenge. It must be preheated and post-heated properly. When repairing cast iron, you should use the SMAW or GTAW process. There are many steel materials that will need to be welded over your career as a welder. Your ability to identify the different types and how to weld each one will make you a valuable member of your team, regardless of what industry sector you work in.